Hello everybody, glad to see you all here. Here we are, can you believe it? It's the world premiere tonight of Chris Smith's Black Death. How amazing is that? We've been trying to organise this for so many months, you can't imagine. Without any further ado, because we've actually world premiered every single one of his movies, from Creep, Severance and Triangle. So this is the big four. Chris Smith, director.
I need to give away as a lawyer.
Say a bit about the movie. Not too much, so you don't get anything.
Well, yeah, first of all, I want to say a couple of things. One, obviously, thank you, Alan, and everyone from FrightFest for always looking after me. I kind of embarrassed myself, but there was a screening recently of up in Glasgow of sort of FrightFest special, and I kind of got up on stage and had a little speech, and then I was told that the bar was free, and by Paul, and I thought that meant free as in sponsored by Carlsberg or something. So I just drank all their bar, and then I found out that the guys were paying. So I'm really sorry for drinking your bar dry. That's the first thing. Black Death is a medieval guys on a mission movie that's set in 1348 during the first outbreak of the bubonic plague. Sean Bean plays a fundamentalist knight who is charged with discovering why a village in the wilderness has no plague, because his rationale is, during this time of plague, if there is no plague and the plague is sent by God, then this must be a godless village. So he enlists the help of a young monk played by Eddie Redmayne to go off and investigate why the village has no plague.
My character is Dallywag, who is a torturer, an expert in the art of causing pain, and I think, as is a sort of common thread with Chris Smith and me now, he has a kind of quirky sense of humour and isn't afraid to fight and gets to do some good bloody stuff.
From Avril's point of view, Black Death is kind of a romance story, which it isn't for anyone else in the film apart from Eddie Redmayne's character, because there's a kind of love story woven into it, which kind of keeps him going when all this mayhem and, you know, like kind of massacre is going on around him. It's what keeps him going, and her as well. So we had a different angle on things to everyone else, where it's just gory for everyone else.
I play Mould, a character called Mould, who's he's one of a group of mercenaries, and he's the bruiser of the group, I guess. I mean, they're all pretty fierce guys, but you know, they're soldiers. They fight for money. Mould is very loyal, very dependable, very quiet, gets on with the job.
I play the character of Griff, who is one of Sean's mercenaries in his band of brothers. He's one of, say, Sean's mercenaries who escorts Eddie's character to this village. There's a band of us who have come from all different regiments in different armies, and myself and John Lynch's character played sort of the hardened soldiers who have fought in, you know, Crecy and those kind of places.
Well, as you can see, it's a kind of long way from Creep. It's kind of a different thing from me. I just wanted to kind of try and do a film that, I don't know, the only thing that scares me at the moment is being put on a video and having my head cut off on television. So it was kind of fundamentalism is the thing that's obsessed me for the last few years, and I tried to kind of show what would it be like to have a young, you know, moderate Christian, and what would it take to radicalise him. And the thing that really obsessed me was the end sequence you've just seen, the epilogue, if you like. It came from an Alfred Hitchcock Presents episode where a guy had collected his wife from the hospital after she'd been raped, and it really obsessed me that he then was driving down the road and she spots the guy that had killed, that had raped her, and then he got out of the car and killed the woman. He gets back in the car and carries on driving, and then the wife, you know, the girlfriend says, there he is, there he is, there he is. And that really stayed with me since I was about 7 years old. So I tried to find a story that would, you know, allow me to put that in.
Andy, you've worked with Chris before, Severance. Tell me, has he sort of matured, progressed?
I absolutely love working with him, and I would do anything with Chris. Severance was a joy, this was a joy. It sounds really banal, but it really was, you know, and it was quite a tough shoot, and it was fantastic fun, and where Chris is really amazing as a director, and sort of unique as well, I think, is that he's so brilliant with an ensemble that he manages to, no matter how big or small the part, he manages to listen to everybody's input and take everything on board and throw away what doesn't work and include what does work. And that's it's a rare and exciting way to work as an actor.
Now, I said to you earlier, you play quite a crucial role in this, and you don't really realise that till the end. So was that quite difficult, I mean, for you, that last couple of scenes?
Originally, I was hardly in it, and I only had really a few days to shoot. But what Chris would do, he would get me out to Germany about 3 weeks before I was needed, and just have me around the hotel for fun.
My wife's in the audience. I don't want to make clear that. Just
Not fleshy. No, just that all the boys would be shooting all day, and then they.
I think you should quit while you're ahead. Johnny, I mean, so great in London to Brighton, this man. Didn't you think? I love that film so much. I mean, what was it like being part of the Chris repression?
Thanks for that, Chris. I didn't know Chris before this film. I auditioned for this film, and then I got told by my agent that Chris wanted to talk to me over the phone. I hadn't met Chris. I'd gone on tape for him, and then they said the final sort of part of the audition is to go and have this sort of cross-channel sort of chat. And we just had this lovely phone call, and I thought it was very sweet. And I came off the phone thinking, I think I've got the job. And he did. He gave me the job. And then it was fantastic working with Chris. I think I had about, to sort of reiterate what Kimberly and Andy have said, I'll have to count, but I think I've got about 3 or 4 lines in the whole film. And yet with Chris, one of his skills is he gives you airtime. You know, he gives you screen time to bring stuff out, and hopefully it makes it more of a story about human beings.
Well, I went for my second meeting for the film while Johnny was on the phone to Chris. So I had a cup of tea and then spoke to Chris, and that was it. But yeah, this is my first film, and as Chris said, I was slightly daunted by it. But what was reassuring and comforting was we went to Germany, and before doing any shooting at all, went out there, sat on a table, and just went through the script, discussed the characters, what we're all trying to achieve, what we've been through, what the history of the relationships is. And for someone who's just done theatre work, that was incredibly reassuring and comforting, and I'm just sort of bowled over by it really. And from day one, Johnny and I flew out together, on a plane at 4:30 in the morning, and we all bonded immediately, and that's just a testament to Chris's eye for who would work with each other, and the testament to these guys for being so bloody lovely. It's been a joy.
Black Death was good fun. It's maybe a part flesh and blood, which is a cracking little epic, and with a hint of The Wicker Man.
I think it's intelligent and well written and exciting and completely unexpected. It's very unusual that a film can sort of go one way and then turn into something else. It's also very gory and at the same time quite horrifying.
He'll hit me if he's within earshot, but I didn't like Creep. I didn't think much of Severance. I enjoyed Triangle, and I loved Black Death.